All right, YouTube Axis and Allies brethren, welcome back to Turret 2 for this classic edition Axis and Allies game, variant version between No Limit as the Allied powers and myself, Captain Jack, as the Axis powers. This is Japan's second round turn, and so for their production for this second round, they're going to produce 2 tanks and 2 transports. They have 27 IPCs to spend. So they're spending 10, they're spending 26 on 2 transports, which are 16, and 2 tanks, which are 10. So that's 26 that they'll be spending. So they have 1 to roll over for next round. Okay, so there are 2 battles for this turn. We have got 2 infantry from Burma. Yeah, I know this is a long shot, but the Axis have to be aggressive in this game. And the No Limit has prepared himself obviously well again. So, but I've got to do what I got to do. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully the dice will fall in my favor. We've got 2 infantry from Burma going into India and also a fighter. That fighter will have 3 movements left in its fuel gauge. We have 2 fighters from Kwang Tung coming in, and they'll have 2 movements left in their fuel gauge. All right. There'll also be a bomber coming in from Japan. It'll be coming in at a range of 5, so it'll have 1 movement left in its fuel gauge. It'll have 1 movement left in its fuel gauge as well. Hopefully it will survive and be able to do that. All right, and so in Hawaii, we've got 1 transport bringing in 1 tank division from the Caroline Islands. And we've got 1 transport and 1 tank coming from Japan. We also have another transport bringing in 2 infantry from Japan. So 2 infantry coming on 1 transport and 1 tank coming in on the other transport from Japan. And 1 tank coming in from the transport from the Caroline Islands, going up against the 1 lone infantry of the U.S. All right, so first off, we'll go ahead and do the Hawaiian Island one. We've got 2 infantry at 1, 2 tanks, 2 infantry at 1 apiece, and 2 tanks at 3 apiece, going up against 1 lone American infantry division. Oh, I forgot about the battleship. We've got the battleship coming in, bombarding at 1, and the 2 fighters at 3. So I actually forgot a lot there. So we've got 2 infantry at 1, 2 tanks at 3, 2 fighters at 3, 1 battleship at 5, at 4, and 1 lone American infantry division at 2. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so we've got 2 hits. We've got 2 hits by the Japanese and 0 hits by the Americans. So the American infantry division has been destroyed. The Hawaiian Islands are now in the possession of the Japanese. So that'll move the Japanese up 1 from 27 to 28, and the Americans down from 34 to 33. Okay. Now for the long shot battle. We have 3 fighters from Japan. 3 fighters from Japan. This is in India. We have 2 infantry from Japan. Let's get that nice out of here. and 1 bomber from Japan. Going up against 4 tank divisions from Russia and 2 UK infantry divisions. So we'll have to roll these separate. All right, so here's the roll for the Japanese. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, no hits. Even the bomber missed. So 0 hits. No lemon will be thrilled with that. All right, so we've got 4 tank divisions coming in or defending, and 2 infantry. Boy, that was a killer. All right, so here is the defense for India, and there are 3 hits. So 2 infantry are lost, 2 infantry are lost, and we'll lose a fighter as well. So we'll have to definitely retreat from this battle. So these 2 fighters that had 3 spaces left in its fuel gauge will move back to Kwang Tung. The bomber will move back to So all the fighters and the bombers will move back to Burma. That was a devastating blow right there. I guess it shows you shouldn't bite off more than you could chew. But I have to try to do something against no limit. All right, so the 2 fighters and the bomber will land back in Burma after getting no hits whatsoever. So what a disappointing blow. Okay. So for non-combat movements this round, this transport will go and pick up 1 infantry from Borneo and bring it back to Burma. And that'll be it. Wow, that's just devastating. Okay, so, wow. All right, so to place new units, we got 2 transports going down off the coast of Japan, 2 tanks going down into Japan. I mean, to get no hits whatsoever, that was just devastating. I needed to take out a few of those tanks. I needed to take out those infantry and maybe a tank or 2, but to get no hits whatsoever, that's just, that may be all she wrote. So, well, hopefully the dice will even out. Maybe next round they'll even out a little bit. All right. So for unit recap, we've got for Japan, there's 1 infantry in Manchuria, 1 in China. We've got 2 fighters and 1 bomber and 1 infantry in Burma. 1 transport off the coast of Burma. East Indies 1 infantry. New Guinea 1 infantry. Solomon Islands 1 infantry. Caroline Islands 1 infantry. Okinawa 1 infantry. Wake Island 1 infantry. The Big Island of Japan 2 tanks and 2 infantry. And off the coast of Japan 2 transports. And in Hawaii we've got 2 infantry and 2 tanks. Off the coast of Hawaii we've got 3 transports, 2 battleships, 1 aircraft carrier, and 2 fighters. All right. Both the fighters are on the aircraft carrier. So that'll do it from Turret 2. Captain Jack, over and out.